Hello there. Once again, Santon from Antonio Bay. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. I'm going to show you, this is an assortment of loose figures that I purchased. They would have arrived about the time Alistair was being born. So I haven't had a chance to review them or even really take a look at them because things have been hectic. But I am excited to do so because I do have some pretty good figures here. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this particular toy line. I feel like a lot of times the toys are too, well, the paint on them is great, but it kind of makes them feel sticky and limited in movement. And sometimes, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the style of that. It doesn't translate to some characters as well as it does others. In this case, most of these translate quite well. And most of what I wanted from this assortment, from this lot that I ordered, was Irma, because I am a huge Irma fan. I have her original action figure from Ninja Turtles right there. She's in the background of a lot of my videos. I always thought she was a fun character and a very rare figure. So Irma was only available in this lot as the Were-Rats of Channel 6. Which was a dumb episode I wasn't a big fan of. I like that this head moves. Ooh, the mouth moves and everything. Yeah, I don't like that head. I mean, it looks great, but I didn't like it when I saw it. It actually looks more comic accurate than the standard starey gaze that we get from Irma in her regular figure. Now, if you think back, it's been a long time since I looked at the review, or since I reviewed the original NECA April figure, and I really didn't care for it. It just felt bad. I didn't like any of it. Her head was really big. The articulation was really gummy. I was really underwhelmed by it and not impressed at all. This is Irma. I think it's actually better. It feels quite a bit better. The skirt gives me little to no movement of these legs at all, though. They didn't give me any. It's a soft skirt, but it's not going to give you any movement. That is what it is. It's not the worst deal. She does look a bearable resemblance to Irma. The facial expression, like I feel like all this is done poorly with just paint. But being it is Irma, it's a figure I really wanted for a long time. I did grab it. She has double jointed elbows and some weird articulation in her sleeves that I guess gives her a pretty decent range, considering those are pretty much the only points of articulation you get. You get a waist rotation that kind of works, but not really. Yeah, not a lot of movement with this thing at all. Not that Irma was doing a lot of amazing things, unless you count that Super Irma episode, which if you want to give me a figure of that Irma, I will get that. I would definitely spring for that. Otherwise, what else came with the slot? This guy had a whole bunch of loose stuff that he was selling. I did really like the Mondo Gecko. He's one of my more favorite side characters of the Ninja Turtles. I think he fits the theme of the Ninja Turtles quite well. And I've grabbed him in multiple other versions, including the re-release and the Super 7 version. So it was really just a matter of, well, I could snag this, and I pretty much have all the Mondo Geckos I want. I even still have one from the 2012 cartoon or the 2014 cartoon? The CGI one. Somewhere. Anyway, I thought this Mondo came out pretty good. Not the best, but then none of them from this line, in my opinion, were the best as far as that goes. There are definitely other toy lines of Ninja Turtle stuff that I prefer a lot better, but I was able to pick all these up for a really good price, considering what they are, and so I did so. And I'm pretty sure Mondo came with this guy, who doesn't move much at all. I want to say his name's Myrtle or Myrna. I can't remember. He was in an episode. It's interesting that they gave him to us. He's just this poor little old turtle from the planet of the Turtleoids. And of course I've got accessories laying all over around here that for all of these figures. That's a cool blaster. This is a cool blaster. I like this bomb thing. multiple hands for a wingnut here. And of course, Mondo's skateboard. Just kind of randomly looking at all this stuff. This all came in a bag. This is not stuff that will probably get used or displayed with them. I will probably just put that away in one of my assorted fish box totes and deal with that. I got a little tiny lizard. I think that goes with this guy, whose name I'm not positive of. I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched those. Next up, we got Screw Loose, which the fact that they give us a fully articulated Screw Loose is pretty interesting. And considering the original wingnut, they just had like a little pack-in guy. So to get a full articulated figure of him, and he's fairly well articulated. Interesting, and he's big. He's actually got more going on than like the Irma figure does, which is the whole purpose for buying this set, was the Irma. But he looks really good for a little mutant mosquito guy. And as far as giving you a pack-in character, I always loved that. Even if it was just a solid chunk of a thing, because it was another character. You know, it just broadened the mythology even more if I got a pack-in character. And then the biggest of the set, obviously, is this wingnut, who I was always a big fan of his design. Like wingnut and Screw Loose, the giant bat and everything like that. Now, this one where he's super fat, I was never as big a fan of the big fat wingnut. But just the bat with the metal wings, claws, the weird face, I always thought it was a cool character. The fact that he had like a sidekick that was with him. And I never noticed that the wings are really tiny, so they added larger metal wings to it to make him fly. I never really gathered that before. But he even has articulation on his wings. I think these move. Looks like they move. Maybe they don't. No, I guess they're stationary. But anyway, just a big chunky guy. He doesn't move really great, but what are you going to do? You get some articulation out of him. Not a whole lot. I'm not going to bother really going through it. You get the weird elbow thing again, where it's like a double jointed elbow, but it's like a finger span wide. So interesting. Anyway, I thought these looked great, and that is the main thing with these, is other than playability, they're not the most posable things, but they look fantastic. That is why people buy these. That's why you collect these, because these look exactly like they did on the cartoon show. And if that's a style you like from the 1987 style in the show, then that's what you want to grab, because these just look exactly like you pulled them from the cartoon, and that's what, you know, that's cool. I typically, for me though, I prefer either the Archie Adventure Series looks of everybody, or the straight up unattached action figure style from the original Playmates toy line. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in any of these, there's none of them I don't recommend. These are all available to be had at pretty good prices these days. So go for it. Anyway, that's my story. Catch you guys later.